Hey guys, a warm welcome back to the channel. So if you've been following the 355, I have just completed the full major cam belt service on this car. It is good for another few years and it is driving perfectly. I'll give you a little sound noise in a second, but I've decided the time has come. The 355 needs to go. I don't really use it and I really need the garage space. I've got some projects to finish and I would like to get my teeth into something new. So the car's going. Before we can do that though, I need to do a few little jobs. And today's video is going to be all about fixing this car up with the small little things to make it perfect again. Now, in the same sense as me cleaning and protecting my Ferrari, Surfshark VPN can protect you and your internet from things such as targeted ads or ID theft. And all of that can be used on as many devices as you like. Now, in the same way I can switch Ferraris, you guys can use Surfshark to switch your VPN location, which in this Black Friday period means you can hunt down some of the best bargains of all. And then, as one of my favourite features with Surfshark, with so many of us on lockdown or restrictions around the world right now, entertainment is key. And with Surfshark, I can use it to stream all of Netflix libraries right here without having to be in the location, which means I can watch my favourite show only streamed on US tonight in the comfort of my own home. But the biggest bonus of all is if you click on my link in the description below the video, you're going to get an incredible 83% off plus 4 months extra free. But be quick because that deal only lasts till Cyber Monday, the 30th of November. There's 3 areas we're going to be focusing on today on the 355, and that is the exterior, the engine in the underside, the interior, and then we're going to be doing a bit of protection as well. Step number 1 is we are going to give the 355 a really good clean on the outside. It's been sat in the garage for the last 6 months and it is just covered in dust. Now, I'm sure you don't really want to see me doing this. You would much prefer a lovely blonde doing it. Well, I can go one step better. We have got a blonde and a brunette. Come on in, girls.
We're gonna clean the car with this sponge. We're ready, Dad.
So we have got Maya and we have got Nicole, my little blonde beauty and my brunette beauty, and they are gonna give this 355 a good clean. Let's go, girls.
Today we're going to be using our 2-bucket system, soapy water and cleaning water.
Now while Nicole finishes off and does the Ferrari, Maya is going to chamois off with the leather, the 355.
Our car cleaning services are available at a great price. Show me the money.
Now this 355 is as perfect as they come. It's led a very pampered life. There's not a mark on it. However, a couple of weeks ago I stupidly dropped something on the front here and we have left a little small dent in there. Most people wouldn't even notice it, but I'm quite picky with these things. It hasn't damaged the paintwork because we have fortunately got this paint protection film here, and it should be an easy one to get out because we can get to the back of it. However, I am by no means an expert in these, so I'm going to call my dent guy. So I know Ollie because he bought my original seats out of the 360 and they're in his MR2, which is a bit of a sleeper. And how many horsepower have you got on it?
806.
806. I'm going to put a picture of his car, which you wouldn't want to sit at the traffic lights next to. And it's got a turbo and a supercharger, and Sounds like it's a bit of a beast, right?
It is a bit, yeah. If you look in this from behind me, you can see how the light reflects on it. One first.
Let me see.
Being aluminium, you tend to have to push it and then wait and then push it.
Yeah, I remember you saying it's kind of got a memory, hasn't it? It basically pops
aluminium
back.
Doesn't have a memory, whereas steel does.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more patience involved with Ali, and more precision as well. You've got to be absolutely spot on it and push it the right amount. It's kind of weird because you almost have to push it too much to get it to stay where you want it to stay. Then it has a natural sinking thing about it as well. Let's go to the other one. Not many people get to go around people's houses to hit their Ferrari.
Yeah.
Marvellous.
Yeah, well, as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If I hit the Ferrari like that, it wouldn't turn out so well.
I mean, if you feel that hammer, pick up that hammer, just go like that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Wow.
There's no weight to it.
Yeah.
So when I'm hitting, it sounds like I'm hitting it really aggressively, but it's actually not doing much because it's such a light hammer.
This is your toolkit. Let's have a look at this. There we go, and you can only see where it was because I have a little mark in my protection film there. But other than that, look at that, no dent at all. So,
Go on.
back to being nice again. While we have many of the parts still off the car for servicing, I'm going to give things like these wheel arch liners a good old clean up. So on the inside where the wheel is, it looks okay. I keep those quite clean, but the other side is really difficult. So as you can see, pretty filthy. I'm going to use these power wipes, give them a good old clean up. As you can see, there you go, come out really well. So this is just surface dust. Next I'm going to tackle the roof on the 355. Now, stupidly, I store this often just from laziness with the roof down, and you just get a build-up of just dirt and grime here from where it's been used and it's been put down. So you have a look around here, look at that. That's where it just folds down and you just get a bit of dust in there and stuff like that. So I'm going to first of all use the vacuum. We're just going to get rid of all of this surface, just dust and stuff around it before I start to try and clean it. The other thing I like to use on the roof is just one of these clothes brushes. Even though I've vacuumed this, watch this. See, still picks up a load of little bits, so these are really handy. First step on our paint protection is we are going to clay bar the whole car. I picked up some clay bar and also some lubricant to help it glide on the surface really cheaply on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's just get this So this is a fresh panel here. Put plenty on there so I don't have to spray again. Okay, now watch this. So this is one I'm just doing now. So you can just hear it's picking up little bits here and there, right? And that will just glide when it's done, right? Come over here, this fresh bit, straight away you can feel and you can hear it, can't you? That is picking up all the rubbish there. And as it goes, look, it's starting to get smooth. I'll come back in a second when that is done. That just glides now. So that's all done. You can just feel it. It's smooth, just glides like I can let go of it. See? There's one thing you don't do with clay bar, and that is drop it on the floor. This now is only fit for one purpose, and that is going in the bin. Okay, one more step to do. I've gone around the car, given it the once over, no major scratches, no major swells there. Super happy with that one. So we're going to take some IPA, we're going to water this down to about a 20% solution. We're going to take a lint-free cloth and we're just going to go over all of the surfaces prior to our ceramic coating being applied. Okay, so we're finally ready to put the ceramic coating on the 355. Now I'm going to be completely honest, I have never used ceramic coating on any of these cars. Obviously not the Ratarossa. 360, if you look up close, you can see I've definitely not used it on that. But the 355 is almost a mint car, so it would be stupid not to. Now there's a few benefits of using this stuff, and I'll run through those. But a couple of things that really appeal to me are the fact that, you know, you don't have to continuously wax the car. This stuff will last between 2 to 5 years on, you know, an application, so it really makes sense. And I've watched a few videos, I've seen the results of this, and the super high gloss finish that this gives to the car. I'm gonna try it out, it's got to be done. So anyway, let's have a look into the box. So I'm using the Armour Shield 9 from Avalon King. First of all, I must say the box is very slick. We've got a nice little note here that says apply, smile and enjoy. Then we got this little bottle, but this apparently will last a long time. So we're gonna coat the whole car with this. Let's see what else we got in here. Nice microfiber towel, a more manly one than my yellow ones that I've been using. And we have some gloves, and we got a little applicator sponge there and a cloth. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so according to my instructions, we just take one of these. Now they've sent multiple ones of these, so this will last quite nicely. Oh, I suppose I should put the gloves on. Okay, so now we take this applicator, you put that around there like that. I'm just checking in with the instructions. We take our bottle and we put on here, it says 10 to 12 little drops until we saturate the cloth. So now we use our applicator and we do a little panel at a time, or a section at a time, and we go horizontal. I'm just doing overlapping strokes here. There we go, you can just see it there. And then we do some horizontal strokes as well. I'm guessing that is just to make sure we get every little part of the car. Now this stuff they recommend you leave to dry for about 24 hours. Now this car's going nowhere, so I could have done this outside today because it's a nice day, but I didn't want to risk any kind of contamination, so we're just doing it in this garage. Now this stuff over here has been on for a few minutes now, so I'm just going to start to buff it. So that's the front end of the car, all done. Very, very easy, very quick to do. Super impressed with that. Now I'm going to be doing things like the windshield. You can do all glass with this stuff, wheels, anything really around the car. Things like the roof, obviously not, but yeah, you can do all the black trim work. I'm not going to do that on this. I'm going to use something different. But yeah, next I'm going to do glass. I'm just going to work my way back with the car now. So that is how it's all looking about 45 minutes after finishing. I've just had a nice cup of coffee. But as you can see, it is looking freaking good. It is gleaming there. So I'm super happy with that. We're going to leave that for 24 hours. We'll come back. But in the meantime, what I would like to do, my 308. Now, that is, as you can see, not good at all. You can even hear it. What we're going to do is I'm going to divide that up into two halves, and just the bonnet, what we're going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same process as I have just done on this. We're going to clean up that side, we're going to apply the ceramic coating, and we are going to see how that compares over time with this side of the bonnet. Now I'm going to do this side, it's a better side. I've got a patch there, so let's try that a bit. It's just going to be the bonnet, like I say, because I've also got all of this. It's terrible, it's crazed. And we've got paint missing there, so we'll do that part there and we'll see how it comes out. All right, bad side, good side. Let's get to it. It is pretty amazing the amount of shine I've got on that really old paintwork. There's the other side. Really dull. Look at that. Well guys, I think those results speak for themselves. I am blown away at the transformation this Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating has done on that tired old 308 paintwork. I'm going to be definitely doing the rest of the car with that. Anyway, I have spoken to Avalon King, hooked you guys up with a fantastic discount. Click on my link below the video. Get some of this, try it on your car. Not only give it a lovely glossy finish, but give it a coat of armor at the same time. One of the other things that needs sorting out on the car is just this driver's seat bolster down here. Now, as you can see, it's literally just the colour that's come off the top there. Now, what you do is you take a small little section of the seat, and there's normally plenty underneath here of spare material or spare leather. And we're going to send that off. We're going to get a colour match, and we're going to get a custom colour made up for the seats. And magic, 48 hours later, this arrives in the post, and it is a custom colour match to the Ferrari blue leather seats. So we're going to use this, and we're going to make that look much, much better. First step is we need to prep the leather. We're going to use some of this leather prep here, an abrasive bit of cloth, and a sponge. Now what we're going to do is just pour a load of that onto the sponge. Just get that nice and wet. Put that down there somewhere safe. Put that on our sponge. Let that all soak in nicely. I'm just going to put a bit more on the actual sponge itself. There we go. Gloves on, open garage, and then we're just going to get in there onto that area. I'm going to take. Now, if you had smell-o-vision, you would smell this stuff, and it stinks. Now, really, that actually looks really good. What it does is kind of melting away some of that paint as well. And as you can see, it's on the cloth there. and it's actually moving it into that scuffed area. Now, could probably get away with doing that and just putting a coat over the top of it, but we're going to rub it all back and do it properly. So I have my little mini compressor hooked up now with the airline to this little hobby spray gun, and all I've got in here just at the moment is some water just to set it up. And what I do, flick that on. That was about £100 actually. I bought it ages ago for some other Ferraris in the past. Now all I do, just to test everything is working before we actually go live on the car, just like I say, some water in there. We got the custom colour in here now, so this is really all about setting up the nozzle. The nozzle is here, we've got a little adjuster here, and it's just all about getting our spray pattern okay. Okay, so we have a slight dilemma. This little hobby gun doesn't really seem to like either this, or I think it's more to do with the actual the solution, the leather dye. Maybe it's a little bit too thick. And this is not the original one that I got to go with this. The original one had a completely different setup on the nozzle, and it would spray fine. I've done loads of Ferrari interiors with it. Now this seems to, I filled it up again with water, and it's obviously got a bit of the dye mixed up now. But as you can see, that is coming out fine. But as soon as I put the dye in there, it's really not coming out at all. I'm just getting a little splatter every now and again. So what I've done is I've ordered up another one of the original ones that I had before. Now somewhere over there is one, but I cannot find it, and it's just typical. When I need it, I can't find it. I've looked for it everywhere, but we've ordered another one up, so we'll just have to wait for that, and then we can do the final stage. All right, after having a hunt, I have found a box in the rafters, and guess what? I've found this. So we have one on order. Always good to keep a spare. I smashed the bottle on the last one. So watch this. This is so much more different and much more easy. So I'm about, what, 6 inches away? 5-6 inches away. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. Right, so let's transfer that and start doing it on the car. I brought the car outside, so we've got plenty of ventilation, and this is really the area we need to work on. Just this bit here, as you can see, it's literally just, it hasn't gone right the way through. It's just a little top coat there, and obviously I've rubbed some of this away when we've been doing those first 2 stages of prep. That's better. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll probably, I think that might be enough, but we'll just check it out. Might need one more coat. Another little trick to speed up the process, just get a hairdryer, especially at the moment. It's quite grey, and it's about 10 degrees out here, so this really just helps it. Now if you look at a seat, you can see we've got a kind of shiny finish. Now this is very dull. And we've got 3 types. We've got a matte finish, a kind of semi, and then a gloss finish. Now this on the Ferrari looks to me like a semi kind of satin finish. So I've actually got all 3 types. Let's go and grab some. I don't think I'm going to need another coat of this one. It all looks very good, apart from that one little bit there that I've got in the paint. Anyway, there we go, that's gone. All right, so not only have I done this with the hairdryer and dried it, I've also let it sit for a good hour, and as you can see, it is looking pretty fine. But we are now ready for the final coat. And now this stuff, as I said, you need to be very careful with this. It's a lot smoother, so it will run a lot easier. So we just do a very light coat, and then you can either let it dry or just dry it with the hairdryer. As you can see, there's quite a lot on there. So if you go too much, you're going to get runs in it, same as you would if you were spraying a car. And there you go, guys, that is the final result. It looks superb. I'm really happy with how that's come out. It's quite an easy job. It's all about the preparation on this one, but as you can see, the results speak for themselves. Right, so that is the final part on the inside of the car. One more little job to do, and then this car is ready for sale. And the final detail on the 355 is just quick clean up on the engine bay. Not hard at all when the engine was so clean to start with. As you saw in the service videos, just a quick wipe over and that was job done on this. So that is the full detail on the 355. Well guys, that is it. The 355 is completely gleaming. We have cleaned it from top to toe. That car is probably one of the cleanest 355s on the planet. You can eat your dinner off the underside of it. The wheel arches, the suspension, it is like new. I've just put the car up for sale. I will give you a quick tour of the car, not taking it out right now though because it looks like it's going to rain, but a couple of days ago I gave it a good shakedown test and we did a little tour of that, and I'm going to show you that right now. But like I say, this car is probably the cleanest on the planet. It's for sale. Put it for sale this morning. I've already got someone interested in the car, and whoever gets it is going to get one heck of a 355, a great price and worry free because we've just done all the service work on this. It's a very clean car, and it is good for another few years before you have to spend any kind of money on this one. Good news guys, I put the car up for sale this morning. I've already got someone interested in it and they're on their way right now, so keep those fingers crossed. Hopefully they like it. And there it goes. The 355 is no longer in my ownership. Oh, it sounds great. That will not be my last 355 for sure. So we have ourselves right here an empty garage space. What should we fill it with? We could put one of these cars in here, or maybe we could put something else. Let's see. Well guys, that is it. The 355 is gone. It's a bit of a sad moment for me, but at the same time, if you follow me over on my Instagram account, over the past few days I've been posting some very subtle, sneaky little pictures as to what might be replacing the 355 in this garage, and trust me, it is gonna be absolutely epic. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until the next time, I'll see you very shortly. Ciao for now.